Permanent Christmas lights are trending hard right now, and I wanted to know if these lighting systems are worth the hype. I'm going to show you what these kits come with, how I installed mine, what I might do differently, and you know I'm going to hit you with that light show at the end. This is an overview of the Lumary Permanent Lighting Kit, and it starts right now. The lighting kit comes extremely well packaged, and that is not a surprise because Lumary makes fairly premium products, and this is no exception. There are three big players in this space: Lumary, which is the kit that I'm installing in this video, Govee, and Eufy. There's a distance guide right on top, and it's a good spot for it because distance is key. With E-lights, it's not about seeing the actual bulb, but rather the light pattern that the bulbs cast downward. So spacing away from the wall makes a major visual impact. And in the smaller boxes, I'm starting to get into the light strands themselves. You also get some miscellaneous extensions, extra adhesive pads and backers, a hardware kit, and a remote. I think Lumary is the only one that comes with a physical remote, which is a nice option if you just want a quick pick it up and do it type of experience. All of these light sets have apps that do most of the heavy configuring and operation, but it's nice to have options. Now, these extension pieces are used to connect light strands if you have to jump around a little bit, like hop up to a second story or get to a dormer window or something like that. It's recommended that you power up all the lights first to make sure everything is working before you risk your life on the ladder installing the whole thing. So that's exactly what I did. Hooking them all together and plugging them in, I was happy to see everything was functioning as it should be. And I thought they looked pretty cool. Installation on this old barn was fairly easy and straightforward. The perfect test subject because I'm a complete beginner when it comes to smart LED, RGB, programmable light shows of any kind. I've never done anything close to this, so if I can do it, I'm confident that you can do it too. I recommend you start untangling each strand as you prepare to install it. It's just easier to do on the ground versus up on a ladder. My soffit is wood, as you can see here, and the barn was painted fairly recently, so I didn't have to do much prep work at all other than wipe away some cobweb. My installation method was fairly basic, and if your soffits are dirtier than mine, you'd want to wipe them clean or at least clean the mounting area. Nothing crazy is needed, and warm and soapy water with a towel will work great. Lumary recommends a spacing of 2 to 4 inches away from the wall, and I'm landing right within spec at 3.5 inches using the broadside of a 2x4. Some guys get crazy with chalk lines and laser levels for this, and that's great, but I think the low-tech method is quick and easy and probably just as effective. Once I know where the light puck will go, I'm using a heat gun to warm up the area. Okay, it's a hairdryer, but you can't boil paint off or melt siding with a hairdryer, so that's what I like about it. One of the best ways to get a good adhesive bond is to make sure both the surface and tape are just a little bit warm. Cleanliness counts, sure, but temp is almost just as important. I'm installing in about 40-degree weather, so really not too bad. If I was smarter and did this a month ago in 70-degree weather, I probably wouldn't use heat at all. Another product that you can use to make the adhesive stick really good is an adhesion promoter. 3M Primer 94 can be wiped on the surface prior to sticking the puck on, and this stuff is no joke. It will actually probably pull the paint before that adhesive lets go. So if you really don't want to drill holes, this is a great option, and I'll have a link for you in the video description. You can see that after I stick the light puck into place, the design allows me to slide the light right off the base and separate the two. Lumary is somewhat unique with that design, but it makes the lights more serviceable. Should I ever have a problem with a strand going out, it would be very easy to swap it out and replace it. For those doubting the strength of the adhesive itself, check this out. You remove the puck, and right there is a small hole to send a screw into if you want that mechanical assurance that they won't come down. If you're gonna follow up with screws, then the adhesive tape is just a quick way to accurately place the puck so you're not juggling a drill, a screw, the light strand, and the alignment all while balancing on a ladder. From there, I'm just moving on to the next one, working down the line. Super easy. I do a quick check to approximately see where the puck will go, heat the area, pull the adhesive backing, space it with my 2x4, and stick it on. At the end of the light strand, there's a plug, and that's how you connect multiple light strands together. They just push together tight, and then there's a spinning collar that goes over everything to prevent it from pulling apart. I like to do this on the ground rather than up on a ladder, but that's a personal preference. I wrap my way around the barn, and no, I don't have video of me doing the scary front side. Mostly because I was busy checking my ladder placement against ChatGPT. It was a little bit off. And also my phone was in my pocket when I was 2 stories up because I was the only one home, and falling off of ladders really sucks. But it sucks more if you record yourself breaking your leg and can't call 911 because your stupid phone is on a tripod conveniently out of reach. So just use your imagination. So how did they turn out, and are they worth it? I think they look awesome, and I was really impressed with how easy they were to install and get working. I basically did this whole project in an afternoon, and yeah, I have to go back and clean up a few things like some wires hanging down that you'll see there, stuff like that. But overall, I'm really liking these lights. I'm cycling through all the preset light displays here, but through the app, you can do way more customizing that I haven't even gotten into yet. You can change individual bulbs to different colors, and there's over 16 million different color combinations. I'll be going through them one by one in just a second. You can adjust brightness too, so if you want a more subdued mood light versus an in-your-face high-power LED, you can dim them. And they aren't just Christmas lights. These are designed to be permanent and up all year, and that's possibly the biggest advantage with a system like this. Switch them to dazzling white and do a light show at midnight for New Year's, red, pink, and white for Valentine's Day, green and yellow for St. Patty's Day. Easter pastel colors have never been easier to pull off. Red, white, and blue for all your patriotic stuff. That's your Memorial Day, your Labor Day, and of course the 4th of July. Orange, yellow, and purple for Halloween. Thanksgiving lights? Why not? Then right into Christmas the day after with almost no effort. Or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Do you like sports? Do you think your team's colors could be found within the 16 million different options? Yep. Light the house up on game day all season long. Everything can be instantly changed from the app to effortlessly be festive all year round. And between holidays, these make great everyday lights too. Just switch them to a nice soft white and have every third or fifth one light up, and you have beautiful understated accent eve lighting every day. So are there any negatives? Well, sure, and the most common complaint is going to be price. But these are on a different level compared to most Christmas lights that work good for one season and then all seasons after are kind of dicey. Most Christmas lights are practically disposable at this point, and these light sets are not that at all. Houses vary quite a bit, so pricing depends on your specific needs, but I'll have some links to the kit I'm using in the video description if you want specific information. Another thing is that my soffits are a darker color than the white wiring, so I'll probably get some wire concealing track and paint it to match my soffits, and they won't look as obvious during the day. That will take extra time and materials, but I want my install to be a little more seamless by hiding the wires and making them look more like track lighting. Lumary doesn't allow splicing light strands together either. There's a few people that claim that you can do it, but it isn't supported by the company as of now, and for some people, that's going to create some installation challenges. Overall, I'm loving these light sets, and I'm looking forward to adding even more to my home next year. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I post DIY homeowner content all the time.